All right, so graduating high school, right? It can feel like, whoa, what now? Like, what am I supposed to do with the rest of my life? All these choices, college, career, it's like a giant maze out there.
Totally. It can feel like being in the middle of the ocean with no land in sight,
Right. But instead of feeling lost, imagine having a guiding star.
Like a North Star.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we're going to dive deep into today. How to find your North Star to guide you through all these big life decisions.
Yeah, and the best thing about this whole North Star idea, it really highlights that this isn't about racing to some finish line.
Oh, for sure.
It's about understanding what gets you going, what are your passions, and using those as a compass to make those choices that just feel right for you.
That's such a good point.
Yeah.
But how do we even begin to, figure out what that North Star even is?
Right.
I feel like everyone's always saying follow your passion, but like, what does that even mean? Like, how do I do that?
Yeah, it all starts with looking inward. Like some
Yeah.
serious introspection. Think about it. What are those things that make you totally lose track of time? Like you're so engrossed in them, hours just disappear.
Mm.
What subjects in school actually make you sit up and want to learn more?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Maybe it's like building websites, or maybe you love volunteering at an animal shelter.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you get fired up debating current events. Like those are all clues.
Okay, I get that, but like, what if somebody's super passionate about a bunch of different things? Like, I remember back in high school, I was obsessed with marine biology, but I also loved creative writing.
Hmm.
So how do you even begin to choose between those?
That's when you got to get out there and explore. Don't just sit around daydreaming about being a veterinarian or a novelist. Go talk to people who are actually doing those things.
Oh, like reach out to them?
Yeah, ask for an informational interview, see if you can shadow them for a day.
Hmm.
Volunteer in a related field even. That firsthand experience, it's priceless.
Yeah, and don't forget, there's so much you can learn online now, too.
Oh, totally.
Like Khan Academy.
Yeah.
It's not just for like brushing up on algebra. You can actually explore a ton of different subjects, even take college-level courses for free.
Yeah, there's so much out there.
And then there are sites like Big Future that help you match your interests with potential careers and colleges.
Exactly. And going back to your example, you were into marine biology and writing. So imagine taking a free online course on oceanography, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe join a young writers workshop online.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
See what clicks more. This kind of exploration goes way beyond just reading those dry career descriptions in a book.
Yeah.
It helps you actually see what the day-to-day reality is really like in different fields.
Okay, so let's say you've done all that exploring and you've started to get a better sense of what you might want to do.
Okay.
But what happens if, down the line, your North Star changes?
Mm.
Like, what if you start college thinking you're going to be a doctor, and then suddenly you're like, whoa, I'm actually way more fascinated by psychology.
That's totally normal. Think of it this way. Your North Star is more like a guiding principle, not a fixed destination.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, your core values and passions, those might stay pretty consistent, but how they actually play out in your life, that can definitely evolve as you get more experience, as you learn new things.
Makes sense.
The key is just to stay flexible and open to new things coming your way.
So with all these choices and potential changes, how do you even keep from getting totally overwhelmed? I mean, it still feels like a lot to figure out on your own.
You don't have to do it alone. This is where your support system comes in.
Ah, good point.
Talk to your family, talk to your friends, your teachers. They know you well.
Yeah.
They can offer insights you might not even see yourself. And don't forget about your school counselor. They're trained to help with exactly this kind of stuff.
Oh, big time. Seriously. Your school's career center, it's like a secret weapon. They have so many resources there. Information about different careers, advice on prepping for college, scholarship opportunities. They might even have connections to local professionals who would be willing to mentor you.
This whole stage of life, it's such a cool opportunity to really hone your self-awareness. The more you understand your own values, your passions, your skills, the better equipped you'll be to handle not just these college and career choices, but all the decisions that life throws at you.
So as you're going through this journey, remember, it's not a race. Take your time, explore, ask for help when you need it, and be open to those unexpected turns in the road. Your North Star is out there, and honestly, the process of finding it, it's just as valuable as actually reaching the destination.
Couldn't agree more. Here's one last thing to think about.
Yeah.
Don't just focus on what you want to do for a living. Think about the kind of impact you want to make on the world. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Let those questions be your guide as you explore, and I promise you'll find yourself on a path that's both fulfilling and meaningful.
Great advice.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.